Little sis isn't my mother, well, I'm not hers either. A few weeks ago, me, my brother Chris, and my little sister Megan decided to take our first ever siblings trip together. We're all in our 20s now and figured it was time to actually hang out without our parents around. We picked California for a week, and honestly, the first few days were amazing. We hit up all the touristy spots, ate way too much In-N-Out, and just had a really good time. On day 3, we decided to go to a basketball game in Sacramento. We'd been drinking on and off all day because vacation, right? Just having fun, nothing crazy. We got to the arena and found our seats. They were pretty good seats too, like maybe 15 rows up from the court. I took off my jacket because it was hot in there and I laid it down on my seat. Now here's the thing about me, I'm really forgetful. Like I once left my phone in an Uber and didn't realize it for 6 hours. Another time I walked out of a restaurant without my wallet and had to go back. It's just how I am. So knowing this about myself, I turned to Megan and said, hey, can you remind me to grab my jacket when we leave? Just a simple request from her older brother who didn't want to lose his favorite jacket in an arena with like 15,000 people. But Megan looked at me like I just asked her to donate a kidney. Her face went all disgusted and she snapped back, I'm not your mother. I literally just stared at her. What? We'd been having such a great trip up until this point. No fighting, no drama, just 3 siblings enjoying California together. And now she's giving me attitude over a simple reminder. I didn't say anything back because I figured maybe she was just cranky from drinking or tired from walking around all day. Whatever. I let it go. The game was fun and I did remember my jacket, so no harm done. Fast forward a few nights later, we went to this really nice Italian restaurant in downtown San Francisco, one of those places with the white tablecloths and bread they bring out in a basket. We ordered a bunch of food and were having a good time. When we finished eating, Megan was the first one to get up from the table. She just stood up and started walking toward the exit without saying anything. But I noticed something. Her purse was still sitting on her chair, this big brown leather purse that she'd been carrying around the whole trip. I looked at Chris and he noticed it too. We both kind of smirked at each other because we knew what I was thinking. So real quick before the waiter came back, I grabbed Megan's purse and stuffed it inside my jacket, like completely hidden. Chris was trying not to laugh. We paid the bill and walked out of the restaurant. Megan was already outside on her phone, completely clueless. We started walking back toward our hotel. 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks. Megan hadn't noticed anything yet. By the time we'd walked like 7 or 8 blocks away from the restaurant, I decided it was time. We were passing by the store with purses in the window. Perfect timing. I pointed at the window and said, man, that's a weird looking purse. Who would buy that? Megan glanced at the window, then down at her shoulder where her purse should have been. Her face went completely white. Oh my God, where's my purse? She started patting herself down like it was going to magically appear. I left it at the restaurant. Without another word, she just took off running. Full sprint back toward the restaurant. Her shoes were smacking against the sidewalk and she was dodging people left and right. Chris looked at me and was like, dude, are you really doing this? I pulled Megan's purse out of my jacket and held it up. Absolutely. We took our time walking back, no rush, just a nice casual stroll while Megan was probably freaking out thinking her purse with her ID, credit cards, and phone was gone forever. When we got back to the restaurant about 10 minutes later, Megan was inside talking to the waiter. She looked panicked. Her face was all red from running and she was looking under tables and chairs. The waiter was trying to help her but looking confused because obviously her purse wasn't there. I walked up right behind her. Megan was asking the waiter if anyone had turned in a brown purse when I just held it up right next to her head. She spun around and saw me standing there with her purse. The relief on her face lasted for about half a second before she realized what I'd done. I looked her straight in the eyes and said, I'm not your mother. Her mouth dropped open. Chris started laughing so hard he had to lean against the wall. Megan grabbed her purse from me and shoved my shoulder. You're such a jerk. But I could tell she knew she deserved it. The rest of the trip she never made another snarky comment when I asked for help with anything.